Hello everyone and welcome back to the Monotype series. Here we have the Fairy type team. Here's a quick look at my team here, and we're just going to get right on into it. Okay, so here we have the Water type that we're facing up against. So I've actually seen a team similar to this, but it's a little bit different. This one has Tapu Fini. I don't think that was on the one that we saw last week with the Fire type. So I think I'm going to want to lead with maybe Ribombee just to get the sticky webs out. That might be my best option early, so we're going to do that. I definitely like to have some speed control, so I am going to opt with that. I can also Toxic Politoed here. And that should be good. I have the eject button on Ribombee, so that way I can switch out pretty easily. That was kind of my intention. So now I'm going to go into Comfey and just Toxic, I think. I like to be able to Toxic here because Politoed is pretty bulky, so just get that healing immediately. So that's doing a lot of damage. I think I'm going to switch to maybe... I can probably Synthesis because I have the Triage ability, so I can actually heal up here. Getting a little bit of health. So there's 2 turns left of Rain. I'm going to switch. I'm not going to be able to heal up as much as I would like. So I'm going to sack Ribombee, I think. And then get like a safe switch into Slurpuff. That's going to be my best option here, I think. Because I have Unburden. And Unburden is going to be huge here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Get a Belly Drum. I'm going to heal up with the Citrus Berry. Weather Ball is going to do a good amount, but... Oh, it actually takes me out. I'm very surprised. Slurpuff isn't necessarily that bulky, but I thought it was bulkier than that. Okay, that's a little bit awkward. I'm gonna just Swords Dance here with Mimikyu then. I do have the Disguise, so I am able to take a hit. Oh, I get frozen though. That's really bad. Okay, I'm gonna Swords Dance here because Politoed is gonna die. So hopefully I dethaw here. I don't dethaw. So I'm gonna have to take out this Pelipper here. And I need... Oh, I do dethaw. Thank goodness. Do a good chunk, but it takes me out in the process. Man, that was a really bad freeze. I guess so. I have the Choice Scarf on Gardevoir. I guess I just start Moonblasting things or Psychic. I don't really think I have a choice here. I could Moonblast just in case he switches, but I'm just gonna Psychic just for safety here. So I'm going to get the knockout on Politoed at least. My team is looking kind of frail here. Yeah, let's Psychic here. This must be Swift Swim. It's faster than me, even though we're in the rain. So he's surfing. It's going to be a lot of damage. I'm going to switch to Whimsicott so I can get a knockoff. Knockoff is going to be really useful, I think. And he switches anyway, so this is like completely fine for me. Gonna get a knockoff. This is probably gonna have leftovers. Oh, it has a Choice Scarf. Okay. I'll Toxic, I guess. Why not? Oh my god, I missed. This is embarrassing. I don't think Gardevoir can take this out. The rest of this team. It's gonna do its best, but it's not gonna have enough power here. I could Synthesis. I don't think it's going to take me out. Yeah, it Moonblasted me. Although that did do a lot, but not nearly enough to take me out. It could crit, but I'm going to heal up here. I don't mind losing special attack, so that's fine with me. Just gradually healing up. I'll Synthesis one more time and then I'll Toxic, because I want to get rid of Tapu Fini. Oh, there's the crit. I'm going to Toxic. I missed again. That's not what you want to see. Alright, well now we just have a lonely Gardevoir. I didn't necessarily misplay, but I did get some unlucky rolls there. But now we can just do Gardevoir here in Energy Roll. And I mean, we just got to hope that that's enough, you know. I predict that the Urshifu is going to have like maybe a Focus Sash, and I think I might win if it doesn't have a Focus Sash. because I will be able to take it out, and I think I outspeed it actually, so because of this sticky web. But I really need this to take it out. It actually outspeeds me, so that must be Choice Scarf. I made a little bit of a run at the end there, but unfortunately losing. Let's get to the second match. Okay, it looks like we have an electric type team here. Very exciting. I'm definitely going to lead Rabombi so I can get a sticky web up, because Regieleki is here, and Regieleki is the fastest Pokemon in the game, so even with the Choice Scarf on Gardevoir, it is not going to be able to outspeed. So we're going to get a sticky web off. Oh, actually I'm not. So I'm actually going to get the chance to send in any Pokemon I want, but that's actually unfortunate because I wanted the sticky web. It also canceled out the Volt Switch, which is fascinating. I'm going to get a knockoff here. Yeah, I guess that works with the eject button, right? Like, he Volt Switched, but it activated the eject button, so he doesn't get a chance to switch. I didn't know about that interaction. That's fascinating. So we're going to see what he does here. He might just switch, because he doesn't want to Volt Switch Whimsicott. And he's probably predicting like a Tailwind or something. But we're going to be able to knock off whatever comes in here, which is great. Ideally, it's like Regieleki, because it might have choice specs. Okay, Rotom Wash coming in. Gonna get the knockoff. It had a Life Orb. Okay. So, can this learn Ice Beam? I don't remember. I could potentially Memento and then send in a Slurpuff. Does that end the turn, or do you switch? I think it ends the turn. So, I'm gonna Memento here. Just sacrifice my Whimsicott. Because now I can get my Unburden off. Which is really good for me. I could also just send in Rabombi to get my sticky web up. I think that actually might be better. Because I want to be able to outspeed Regieleki. And like I said, even with the Choice Scarf on Gardevoir and Unburdened with Slurpuff, it's not going to be enough to outspeed. So this is going to be advantageous for us. Okay, now we have this guy. I'm going to Toxic just to get some perpetual damage. I don't really mind him getting taken out, so. Does get the Beast Boost, but unfortunately he Volt Switch, so it's not going to take into effect here. So I can just Energy Ball here. Pretty safely. I should outspeed, even though Rotom has Levitate, so it's not affected by the Sticky Webs, which is something to consider, but I should still outspeed because of that Choice Scarf. Yeah, actually, Fairy is probably the most common type we fought against. I was thinking about it. Because in like the Dark-type video, I fought it twice, and then I've seen it maybe like 2 or 3 times after that. But there's a bunch of types that we haven't seen, so I'm not really too familiar with the Monotype metagame, but clearly Fairy-type is quite popular. It is nice, it doesn't really have a lot of weaknesses. Oh, this Regieleki has the air balloon. Look at this. So I'm going to pop this. Because then, if it Volt Switches, I can hopefully get it whenever it comes in next, right? Oh, this is actually great. I survive. Balloon pops. It doesn't... the balloon pops, so when it lands, it doesn't fall into the Sticky Web, which is unfortunate. I could switch to Comfey. I might do that. Because then I can just switch and then just start synthesizing. And then Comfey's pretty bulky, so it might be able to survive Regieleki's attacks. So we're going to go with this. I'm playing the long game here kind of because I pretty much have to. I had to play pretty slow with Rabombi. Because I didn't predict that Xurkitree was going to outspeed me. That did kind of surprise me. So I kind of had to sacrifice Whimsicott so I could Sticky Web safely. But here we are. Xurkitree is poisoned, which is nice. And now I can just synthesize with Comfey. Kind of just waste his time. He is doing a lot of damage, but he's just going to keep on Thunderbolting, right? So maybe I could just, like, sack here. He might switch, too. And like that's kind of the problem, because now he just needs like maybe 5 more Thunderbolts and it'll just take me out. Because he's doing over 50%. I'm also paralyzed. So I think I'm just going to Toxic here. He might blunder and do something else. There's no real point. I could use Mimikyu. I could potentially Swords Dance and then Shadow Sneak. I have Disguise, so I have a free hit here. What Disguise does is that it gives you... It's kind of like a substitute. So even if you get hit by like a quick attack, right? It'll just hit the Disguise. Even though it's not necessarily a lot of damage, it will break the Disguise. So you're pretty much... It's kind of like a Focus Sash and a substitute where like you have a free turn to do whatever you want. So now my Disguise is broken, so now I am actually susceptible to attacks. So, but luckily I have a Swords Dance up, so I could just Shadow Sneak anything that comes in. And Regieleki is dead, which is like a lot of damage output. Also Sticky Web, so I might be able to outspeed, potentially. Let's see who he sends in here. He's sending in Xurkitree here. Okay. So I think we can maybe Drain Punch, get some extra health. Or maybe Shadow Claw. Let's just do that. He outspeeds me. I didn't see that coming. But luckily I can Shadow Sneak here. So we're going to do that just to take the clean kill. So now we have 3 Pokemon left to take out. It is now an even match. I sacrificed 2 Pokemon to get to this position, so I mean, I'm working hard for it. I'm not going to outspeed here, so I should Shadow Sneak just to get as much damage as I can, I think. And then I think Gardevoir might be able to outspeed, but I don't really know. You also might blunder here and do something stupid. Okay, got a little bit of damage off, but that's fine with me. This guy actually started the timer, as you can see up here, and he's like kind of taking all of his time, and I don't really understand why, but yeah, he started the timer, and he's kind of running low here. Kind of a blunder on his part. So I think I actually need to use Gardevoir here, because Slurpuff is going to take a lot of damage, and I don't necessarily know if after the Citrus Berry I'll be able to Belly Drum. So I'm just going to do this, I think. I have to Psychic, because if he switches to Tapu Koko, then I'm Choice Scarf, so Moonblast won't do much. And if I use Energy Ball, then it's not going to do enough to Arctozolt, or whatever this Pokemon is, Dracozolt. So I'm just going to Psychic, just keep it simple. I could always just switch to Slurpuff and Sack, and then I'll be in a good position for the rest of the team. But I think this is going to be enough. Tapu Koko coming in. I do have to worry about the Electric Surge, but I mean, I don't really have a choice here. So ideally I can get as much damage as I can. He also might not knock me out. He used a Light Screen. This is really close, but it's not going to take it out. Yeah, it like just barely doesn't. Why did he Dazzling Gleam? He could have just Thunderbolted. I'm very confused. So Gardevoir is a Fairy type. After Gen 6, that's when Fairy type came out. So it did gain that secondary typing. Dazzling Gleam is not very effective. He absolutely blundered. 2 more turns of Light Screen. Unless he has the Light Clay, I'm not really sure. We're just going to go for damage here, I think. He has Bolt Beak. He missed. That's hilarious. 1 more turn of Light Screen. I could have actually switched to Slurpuff just to Sack, and then I could have came back in and then used Moonblast, and Moonblast would have certainly taken it out because the Light Screen would have ended. But it didn't matter because we got a crit, so we'll never find out. But I do think that Slurpuff would have came in and just been able to sweep. I wouldn't even need to Belly Drum, I don't think, because I could have just played rough twice. Because he would have done a lot of damage to me, so I would have had my Unburden ability after I ate the Citrus Berry. But there's the Fairy type. I kind of messed up in the first battle, got some unlucky rolls, but I thought it did pretty good. Comment below if you want to see a type. I think this is the 10th episode, so there's 8 types left. Wow, there's a lot of types. But be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.